Hi everyone, Kasara here. I am going to be doing our second discussion, and the question for that is, what are some limitations of the melting pot view of assimilation? Um, Assimilation is when a variety of groups from different cultures, different backgrounds, come together as one, and they all bring in a little bit of their culture into the big group, and they all kind of mesh together and work together as one group of people. Um, One of the most massive migrations to the US was between the 1820s and the 1920s, and that was a migration from Europe. Um, and that's when a lot of the practices were put into place on how to incorporate immigrants, and some of those ways are still used now. Um, when people say that America is a melting pot, we're saying that we are a country full of different groups of people who are assimilated or assimilating to be an American, the ideal American. One second, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. I have a baby over there that needed her bottle. Okay, back to where I was. Let's see. Okay, so something from reading that I did notice was we try to, when people talk about the melting pot, we try to make it sound like it's this great big positive thing, and like it makes our country better for being a melting pot. But there are definitely some negatives to it. And one of those would be that some racial minority groups are excluded from the melting pot. And so to be, in this American group, they have to kind of forget about their own cultures and their own family history, because that's not accepted into the group. And according to our book, assimilation in America is very much one-sided. It was designed not to include a little bit of everyone's culture, but to favor the white English-speaking person's lifestyle that had already been established. And one of the proofs that the book gave about that was the fact that immigrants need to speak English to stay in the United States. So basically what that comes out to mean is that we are controlling this wonderful melting pot that we have, where every group is invited in and every group is going to be part of us. We're controlling what groups are really going to have any say in the we are controlling which groups. This is one of my daycare babies. I probably shouldn't show her face. We are controlling what aspects of each group is brought into the country, into our melting pot. And so when talking about that and the negatives to it, and how the melting pot it's not really a melting pot at all from what it sounds like. I mean, it sounds like it's the white American English speaking person's lifestyle, and let's just get everybody in there and get them accustomed to that. Not necessarily, assimilation, from what I understand, is when you bring in a bunch of different people and everybody brings a little bit of themselves into the equation, and it's just a big community that way. It makes me wonder if assimilation is even really possible, if it's even a real thing, because even though we're supposedly a melting pot, you can definitely see that different cultures stick together. It's not, I don't know how to explain the thoughts I'm getting out of my head now, but I think that there are, as much as we try to make it sound like the melting pot is a great, positive, awesome thing, I think there are definitely a lot of negatives to it. And I would love to hear everybody else's input on that. And I'm sorry that I had to stutter around so much and be interrupted, but that's just how my life is. So I look forward to hearing from all of you.